Well, both of the teams have just come in at this point in time, and it's pretty stock standard for the LG side. Audacity, Divixian, Wolf, Necros, and Troyboy. And for the Clutch team, Money, Sixer, Crazy, Invis, and Ryshek, as the Min, I think, has some technical issues. We're going to start off with Divixian, and he's going to trying to pick anyone coming down this area of the diagonal, and they've smoked it up very, very well at this point in time. Money getting picked off very early in the match against a Wolf shot. So 5v4 on defensive side of the map, as we're yet to really see too much action at this point in time. Audacity is in this eastern side bank area, and Wolf is in the west sniper window. Necros is in hotel, and that's probably his strength at this point in time. He's a good long-range shooter, and he's going to be trying to take and pick off Ryshek, which is a problem in itself. Divixian getting the pick on Ryshek. 3 versus 5 situation as Necros has grabbed the flag, and Troyboy in this smoke here, which is an interesting tactic. And looks like the flag has just gone into this western side of the building. Not too much action at this point in time, given that the teams are just trying to suss each other out, which is a good move. Audacity looks like he's going to try and bait someone in Crazy. And he's just peeked that area, intentionally trying to draw a shot from Invis, who's in this spawn area. And as a result, they now know that Invis is now in the spawn area. Clutch, Sixer trying to take on Divixian, and no one really successful at this point in time. As it's a 5-on-2 situation, Wolf getting that pick, and now it's a 2-on-4. As guys are starting to move in. Audacity getting the guy in spawn. And Divixian finishing it off with Sixer for the first round, going on to the assault side. Well, that was pretty unexpected to see Clutch just drop that first round on defense. Still pretty early in the match though. I'm not really too concerned that they have dropped that first round on defense. I think LG are going to be too strong for Clutch tonight, but we'll see how we go as the second round gets underway. So Divixian again looks like he's going to try and pick this diagonal, and Clutch just staying out of his way at this point in time. Necros trying to peek this this bistro point, and you can just see Divixian just trying to maybe hit a spam wallbang or something like that. As it's very slow at this point in time. Audacity just holding this line. Ryshek and Divixian might try to start picking each other off. That's exactly what happens. And unfortunately, Divixian doesn't get too much damage on Ryshek. And Sixer takes out Wolf. Divixian only hurting Ryshek just a tiny bit at this point in time, as Divixian grabs some ammo from Ryshek. 4-on-4 situation. So they're just trying to hone in on Ryshek at this point in time in the bistro, trying to get that central pick, and that's probably that's gonna stretch their Clutch resources if they do get that pick. Clutch playing very, very defensive. So you can see, not trying to poke out. They're just gonna have to let LG do the real hard work at this point in time. As Troyboy is pushed into this bistro area, flashes Sixer, and I think he's and no one's really got a handle on each other at this point in time, as Sixer takes out Troyboy. 3-on-3 situation, as Invis is the last guy in the spawn area, and 30 seconds left, and it's a 3-on-2 situation with LG still needing to get the flag to the extraction. So this should be comfortably a Clutch win, as it looks like the LG guys are going to push up. Necros gets taken out, and Audacity, one of the last guys left, hasn't seen Rashek, and in the end, Audacity gets taken out by Rashek. Second round going to Clutch. So if we just take a quick look at the scoreboard so far, Troy Boy on 0 kills to 2 deaths, and he's in this western area, in the choke or crouch point I should say, and that's probably a very, very hard area to play. I'm very, I feel a bit sorry for him at this point in time, given that he is playing that area. That's a very, very difficult area to play, and you rely very much on your teammates to try and help you out. Divixian trying to change his position a little bit and try and get a pick on Rashek, as Divixian takes out Rashek in a long range pick, and that forecast of the mid to long range shooting by LG is definitely coming into play a little bit here, as Divixian gets up on this pretty interesting spot and it's going to try and attempt a spam nade. Money is in this fence area of Bistro. You can see 5-on-4 situation is pretty difficult situation, as Troy just gets taken out by Sixer, and also Sixer getting taken out by Troy in some nades. Crazy just battling with Divixian at this point in time, and Necros is watching this area, the central area, trying to get this spam or something like that. Divixian's just pushed up, and Audacity getting another kill. 4-on-1 situation. Money is basically gone as the rest of the round goes to LG. Well, I apologise in advance for some of you who are watching this and probably thinking there's not much action on the screen at this point in time. Just trying to get a handle on both of these sides. And looks like Audacity being very aggressive in this bank area, and might just try and follow him next, as Troy Boy is tasked with the job of smoking up Central. Some great mouse control by the LG side of their specialised, or not specialised, but they do well in terms of their long range ability. See Divixian and Necros watching basically the same area from two different spots. Audacity just idle at this point in time, just watching this tunnel area. Necros looks like he's going to try and push out. Be interesting to see where Money is at this point in time. He's just in this tunnel area, just trying to get this, holding this very tight line. As we go back to Divixian, and he's just thrown a frag and killed Money. 5-on-4 situation as Troy Boy spots someone on the fence area, and Rashek takes him out. Divixian's pushed up into the white Jeep, and as a result takes out Rashek. He's caught unawares. Sixer trying to get the trade very well and gets Necros, but in 3-on-2 situation as Audacity is just peeking out from around that fence, and Sixer in Bistro may be a bit vulnerable here, as LG have slowed this right down. Audacity and watching this area, and Wolf gets taken out by Sixer. So 2-on-2 situation. Divi is just holding out, and Sixer lucky to survive. You can see Invis at this point in time in the spawn, as Divi looks like he's going to try and start breaching. 40 seconds left on the clock as Audacity is just holding his line. I don't really know what Invis is doing at this point in time. Obviously relying on the fact that Divi has drawn both of the attention of both Invis and Sixer, as smokes have come out. He's playing really cautious here as Audacity finally gets the pick on Sixer. Now it's a 2-on-1 situation. Invis is in a bit of strife as he's going to try and hold the defensive area, and he does so really well. Very, very well done. 14 seconds left on the clock, and Invis with a great clutch there as his team is aptly named. So that round should have gone to LG, but they've done, Clutch have done well to win that round back after facing a 3-1 deficit at this stage in the match. So I don't think Divixion will be too happy with that. That should have been a pretty easy win to LG, but I guess when you're versing Clutch, nothing is really easy, nothing's really textbook. Divixion is pushing out with nades and smokes. He's going to try and get this pick. Divixion getting the pick on Ryshek, as I think we're trying to be a little bit more aggressive. Clutch was just pushing out this nade, and Necros getting the kill on Crazy. So 5-on-3 situation as LG have hit back hard after losing that last round. Money takes out Divixion, and Audacity is in this bank area. Troyboy taking out Money. Some little late to the action. 2v4 situation. As Wolf has a line of sight into the spawn area. Audacity just trying to bait out and receive a shot from anyone in the spawn area. And the rest of the LG guys have started to rotate around. And Invis will be very, very cautious to poke his head out there, because that is going to be a problem. As Rolf gets taken out by Sixer. Troyboy's moving in as well, and he's just starting to crawl. Necros holding this central area with the help of Troyboy in a sense, as Audacity is now kind of pinned down, I think. And very lucky to survive that nade, as I think Invis just threw it too short. Necros getting the pick on Sixer. Now it's a 3v1 situation. Invis the last guy left. And Audacity is going to start pushing up here as the rest of the team start moving in. Necros getting taken out, and the flag is down. Troyboy unawares of where Invis is, but in the end, the fact that Invis didn't get too much damage done on Troyboy means that Troyboy can hit back and take out Invis for the 5th round of the match. Well, at this point in time, Money 1-5, and Crazy also doing not so great on this side of the map. I'm not entirely sure where Money likes to play, at least on this part of the this side of the map, but I think he'll be looking to change that up pretty quickly, given that for the rest of the LG guys, there's not too many anchors. Audacity and Divixion with the 2 most kills, and that's just kind of expected with LG, as you do. LG rely they don't rely too heavily, but they rely on Divi to bring that X factor to the team. As Ryshek takes out Necros in a great long range pick. First long range pick for Ryshek in this match so far. 5-on-4 situation. Again, pretty slow. And be interesting to see where Troyboy is. He likes to go prone in this western crouch area, and I'm not entirely sure that's the best idea. It works for him though, as he's done not too badly. But Ryshek already onto the situation, as Audacity gets taken out by Invis. Now it's a 2-on-5 situation. All the Clutch guys still up and alive. So Troyboy is going to have to figure this one out. He's just rotated around to help out Divixion and just cover his 6. As use of smoke has just blocked some of the lines for the Clutch guys. Most of them are sitting near their spawn area. As Divixion has pushed up, but he could face a bit of a problem here. Divixion very, very sharp on the trigger. Unluckily gets taken out by Money. Last guy left is Troyboy, and he takes out Money, but the problem is that now he is surrounded by Clutch guys, and in the end the numbers win out with Clutch taking out that next round. So it's round for round at this stage in the match, with the Clutch guys conceding 3 rounds on defense. I'm not entirely sure whether or not they'll be too happy with that, but they'll be pretty confident, at least on assault, if they can get a few picks early. I think what LG are doing is they're just getting those early picks one by one, and they're not allowing the team chemistry of Clutch to really play too much of a part in the match. It's just really who can shoot the best at this stage. There's no real sort of I don't think there's too much chemistry happening. It's just all those one-on-one battles, and LG is just coming out on top because of the likes of Divi and Necris, and also Audacity to an extent, who've just really played a really big part in the match so far. Troyboy throwing out a frag, and this could hit someone. It does indeed, and it hits Ryshek down to 20%. The rest of the LG guys have pushed up into this tunnel and bank area. As you can see, LG guys are a little bit congested here. Audacity just trying to frustrate Clutch by somehow just wasting a little bit of their ammo. And just also in the same instance, trying to figure out where they are. There's noise all around Divixion, and he gets caught off guard here, but in the end, Ryshek gets taken out by Divixion. Money gets the trade, and now it's a 3-on-4 situation. Troyboy getting taken out by Sixer, and Necris the last guy left in this recess area. They're going to have to make something happen here, as Clutch look like they're starting to become very, very solid on defense. Audacity's just grabbed the flag, and you can probably just see Crazy out of the corner of the screen there for Audacity, and doesn't recover from that prone position. The flag's now in a really exposed position, and Necris is going to have a very, very tough ask to try and pick up the flag. Necris getting taken out by Sixer, so that round going to Clutch. Well done to them. And finally, Clutch are in the lead, but on a defensive-sided map, so it's interesting to see how well Clutch do on Assault. So the Clutch guys, I'm not entirely sure. I think they've just tried to start getting those picks again, and I'm not sure if well, I don't think it's a bad idea, because they've got Ryshek on their side, and the Ryshek's normally the one doing the picking, which makes sense given that he is pretty good just everywhere on the field, long range, mid range, and short range as well. But the rest of the Clutch guys are just going to have to try and work together, as nades are coming out, and the flag also gets taken. And it looks like the LG guys have really stacked this, well, I was going to say eastern side, but now they've rotated west in a pretty quick movement. That was really, really well done. You can see Wolf and Necris both rotating back to the western side, as Divi has made his way up to the concrete in the central corridor. This is pretty exposed for him. He's within nading distance, but I think given where all the rest of the Clutch guys are, they're playing so defensive that it doesn't matter too much. Money getting hurt by that nade, and Audacity getting taken out. Divi will try to be, oh well, I thought he was going to try and help and get that trade off, as Ryshek and Crazy, sorry, gets Divixion. 5-on-2 situation, as Clutch have really started to turn up the heat on the defensive side, really started to be rock strong. Necris, one of the last guys left, very, very lucky to escape at this point in time. 5-on-1, and the flag is with him, so it's not too bad, but it's 45 seconds left on the clock as Sixer takes out Necris. So in the end, well done to the Clutch guys, who have started to come back from a shaky start on defense. They've adapted really well, I think, just being really defensive, not getting too aggressive, and when the nades come out, they're all really defensive in the bistro area and also near spawn. So that's what LG are doing, or sorry, Clutch are doing at this point in time, and I'll be interested to see whether or not LG are happy with the 3 rounds on Assault, or whether or not they're going to try and get some and adjust their strats to try and get some more rounds. Wolf in this center area, as Audacity's pushed up into the bank, and wow, almost takes out Invis, who's sitting in spawn. Just going to try and bait out Invis. Try and draw some kind of fire and bring some of the attention towards him. As Divixion gets taken out by Money. Money reduced to 50% as Audacity sort of now knows where Money is. 5-on-4 situation, Audacity's made his way out to this particular area and could catch Clutch off guard at this point. Very, very slow going. As Money trying to take out or just spam and hold off Troy, who's in the western area. Audacity gets taken out. Audacity takes out Money after that crawl, and he's a little bit overextended and could find himself in a dangerous position. But the rest of the Clutch guys, I don't think they know where he is at this point in time. As Crazy takes out Necris. 3-on-4 situation. And you see Invis holding this really tight line. Smokes are coming out. As Troy Boy Wolf is now in Audacity's position, and Audacity has just rotated around so well. That was really, really well done. The positioning by LG was absolutely first class, and now they're in a good position here, almost on the extraction. As the flag gets taken, Audacity knows where Invis is, but he also knows where Crazy is, and gets a great pick. 3-on-2 situation. Sixer getting taken out by Troy, and the last guy is just going to try and have to rush and defend this position. 9 seconds left on the clock. Can he do it? Invis takes out one. The last guy is Troy Boy, and Troy Boy does really, really well as Invis was patching. So that round's going to LG as they did well to come back from a 4v5 situation to win that 9th round of the match. So the last round before halftime, and I'll be interested to see the scoreboard scores at this point. So Audacity with 10 kills, and the rest of the LG side not doing too badly. Wolf on 2-7. The rest of the Clutch guys have picked up the game, including Money and Crazy, who have done really, really well. Got 1 death over the last 5 rounds and managed to get 5 kills as well. Smokes are coming out for the last round before halftime. A lot of spam going on here. A lot of smoke coming out as well. As Necris has grabbed the flag. And Divi's not afraid of poking his head out from this area here. And I would have ordinarily thought it would have been a little bit too exposed. But he's done well so far. Wolf is now in this crouched position, as I think Troy Boy has decided that he's going to go west sniper area as I try to find the right person. Audacity just in this almost AA2-like bait, and Invis takes him out really, really well. Invis just on his game at this point in time. The LG guys have just been really, really methodical. Not a lot of smokes coming out, but they've just managed to find holes in the lines of the Clutch guys. And as a result, they've done really, really well. Crazy getting picked, and Ryshek taking out Divixion in an almost immediate trade. Troy Boy and the rest of his teammates. One is Necris, and both of those guys are pushing into the bistro, as Wolf is one of the last guys left. Oh, sorry, one of the 3 guys left. See, Troy Boy just trying to draw a shot from some of the Clutch guys. Slides. And gets taken out by Sixer. 40 seconds left on the clock, and Necris is going to be in a difficult position. He's going to have to rotate through the central area, and that's exactly what he does. He's a bit more exposed here as Wolf gets the kill on Ryshek. And he's going to just push straight through the smoke here, which is surprising. Sixer anticipating it, but Wolf getting the pick. 2-on-1 situation, 2-on-2 situation as Money takes out Necris, and now it's all up to Troy on assault as Money and Invis holding down the fort with 9 seconds left. This is going to be a comfortable round to the Clutch team, but it's 5-all here, or 6-4 I should say, to Clutch on a defensive side of map as both teams go into half-time. Well, the teams have swapped sides at this point in time, and now it looks like it's going to be game on. I think LG will be happy with 4 rounds on Assault. That's a pretty good effort, given that it's such a defensive side of map, and guys in spawn can really just pick you off if you're not coordinated. So they've done well, LG have. Now it's basically up to LG to see how many rounds they can get on defense. Money with, in this central corridor, controlling this area, and I don't know where Ryshik is. Actually on this eastern side, and I would have thought that he would have tried to get into the middle corridor, which is actually done right now. Trying to find some lines. Whoops, as I try to find the right person. Again, a very slow start given how close these teams are at this point in time. Sixer just trying to poke through this crack, which is interesting as a spam nade nearly gets money. Sixer sees Divixian but can't get another line on. And Money just throwing out some smokes in support of his teammates, and it looks like they're going to try and smoke it up and get on the end of that smoke, as Sixer almost gets neutralized by a very good anticipated nade. Money has just made his way up along with Ryshek, not afraid of giving his position away, as you can see Necros almost in the smoke be able to take out Money, and I wouldn't be surprised if... Oh no, Money, you can't see Money. The call has gone out, Clutch started to push in, and Money gets taken out by a Bistro pick on Wolf. 50 seconds left, 2v2 situation. As Divixian takes out Clutch, Sixer, and Crazy is left by himself on 17%. Well done to Necros as he takes out a nade and also takes out Crazy. So that first round of LG going to defense. As you see, both teams have picked up their games. No real anchors for both sides, which is really, really good to see. And I think Clutch are just going to take their time trying to figure out where LG are positioned and go from there. Ryshek's just watching Crazy's back at this point in time. It's almost very binary, this match. Almost, it's very, very slow and then gets very, very quickly in a small amount of time. You can see just Money unable to find anyone on the end of his shots, and not really surprising given how unlikely those picks would have been. Money's now got the flag and it's just rotated. It's still central actually, as nades are coming out. You can see Sixer in a pretty... I'm not sure if I like this particular line. It's very, very hard to see anyone, and even if you do see anyone, it's very, very hard to get any picks as Ryshek takes out Audacity. 5-on-4 situation. And smokes are coming out, which most likely means that the West guys will start pushing. Looks like they're going to stack West a little bit, as Money's engaged in a firefight. Clutch, Sixer gets taken out, and Money also a 3-on-3 situation as Invis takes out Wolf. And Ryshek still in this very, very aggressive position. I do not know how he got here. That's really, really well done. And he could spring a surprise on Divixian, who's just past that little fence. Unable to to make that hit, and as a result, gets taken out by Necris, who rotated around really, really well. 3-on-2 situation. Troy Boy engaged in a firefight with Crazy, and Viz is just a bit behind. Crazy takes out Necris and also takes out Divixion. Now it's a 2-on-1 situation as Invis takes out the last guy. So well done to Clutch as they won their first round on Assault. So again, they set up in a pretty standard formation, 2 on the east, 2 on the west, and 1 central for Clutch, as it's a pretty standard setup for LG as well. Sixer almost getting taken out by a nade from Troy. Crazy watching this bank area. He's just helping out Clutch Sixer at this point in time as the flag gets taken by Money, rotated back into central. Again, LG are very defensive, very, very defensive, and that's similar to how Clutch played their first 10 rounds on defense. As you can see, Divixion actually creeping up here. He's actually gotten into bank and managed to get a frag off as Clutch have left that east side completely open. Looks like they might be stacking west again, and you see Crazy just on the other side of the wall, just watching it, and I think he's the last guy on that side. Smokes are starting to come out now, and you can see a good use and balance between the smokes and the frag carriers, the flash carriers I should say. 2 guys on the Clutch side carrying smokes. As nades go out, and unluckily doesn't get hit. Money's starting to push with the flag in the central area. Smokes are coming out. Sixer is late to the push, as Invis is also coming around. They're progressing very, very well. It's going to come down to the last 50 seconds of the match, as the flag has been almost... Oh, as Wolf gets 2 kills, as the Clutch guys all line up, and it's all unfurling here, as Ryshek, the last guy left on Assault, and 4 guys left for LG. Wolf is on very little health, but I don't think that's going to matter too much, and he's in a pretty safe position as well. 30 seconds left. Ryshek's going straight through Bistro, which is an interesting move. That takes out Audacity, and as a result, has to push out through the window. Necris taking him out in the end. So it's coming down to the wire here. It's going to be a very close match. I'm still pretty confident in my prediction that LG will take this one out, but I can never really be confident when you're playing Clutch. So we'll have to see what happens as the 14th round gets underway. Very standard setup again, and I think Clutch are starting to realise what the defensive weakness is of LG, as they've stacked the west side for the last 3 rounds. Sixer time and time again getting picked off from, or just damaged from that nade. See Crazy almost on the other side of the wall. Divixion in a very prone position. As the flag gets taken, but Invis gets taken out. And Sixer almost in a terrible position. 4-on-5 situation, as Troy Boy has rotated around. I don't know where he is at the point in time. He's run back after pushing into West Sniper building. Really, really well done. And rest of the Clutch guys are struggling to react to that. Ryshek on about 50%, as that smoke doesn't do him any favours. 3-on-5. Flag gets taken, and Sixer just waiting to get push out, and as a result, it's taken out by Wolf. 2-on-5 situation. Looks very, very glum for the Clutch team at this point in time. And they're starting to go very, very slow, the Clutch guys. Wolf gets taken out. Wolf takes out Ryshek, and Divixian takes out Crazy. So the end of that round, as the scores become tied, and it's, yeah, like I said, it's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be a very, very tight game. I'd be very, very surprised if LG won 4 or 5 rounds, or 4 rounds in a row after this, but I think the fact that Six is on this western side and just gets damaged at the start of every single round, and that's starting to hurt the Clutch team, in my opinion. I think the fact that he's in the western side, he probably needs a bit of support from his teammates who should be trying to smoke up that central area to prevent that line of sight. But Sixers, I think, learned his lesson a little bit and decided to just hold that area instead of trying to push down and try and get picks. Sixer is just watching this area, as it looks like Clutch are going to try and move around to this eastern side. Invis takes out Wolf in a spam nade, and Money has to be very careful. He is very vulnerable, and he throws out a nade. Is this going to hit Necros? Oh, it doesn't, and lands about 3 or 4 meters away from him as Divixian gets caught off guard, and that's a very big kill. 3-on-5 situation. They should be trying to smoke up the areas now as smokes are coming out. Six is pushed into or just the front of the bistro area, as a lot of Troy Boy trying to take out Invis, and does so very well. 4-on-3 situation as Troy Boy caught off guard but unable to run away. Necros takes out Sixer, and Ryshek takes out Necros. So 3-on-1 situation. Troy Boy, the last guy left. I'm interested to see what he's going to do here, but it's going to be all over for Ryshek, who has the flag. They've left the flag carrier exposed, but Money doing well with a great twitch, almost 45 degrees, taking out Troy Boy in one shot. So Invis, the pick of the Clutch guys so far, with 13 kills to 8 deaths, as the Clutch guys win another round on Assault. And I'm smiling and laughing because I'm hoping that this is going to go to another overtime. Of course, the last time these two teams played, it went to overtime after the match ended in a 10-all draw, with LG taking out the overtime 14-12. Ryshek getting that first pick on Wolf. Very big pick. And looks like Crazy lucky to survive as the nade from Divixian comes out into the bank area. Sixers abandoned this western crouch because I think it's a little bit too exposed, and Invis is just trying to work his way into there. Troy's come around. This could be a problem for him, for Sixer, as the nades come out, and that's taken out Troy Boy really, really well. So finally Sixer making some impact on the western side. Crazy has just been very, very idle in this bank area. Hasn't pushed through, generally speaking. And I'd be surprised if Divixian doesn't have a nade in his hand now. Crazy's pushed through. And Divixian's gone here. He should be. And he gets taken out, but not before taking out Crazy. So 4-on-2 situation. Smokes are coming out. Invis is pushed out into Bistro. Very, very extended. But it doesn't matter anyways, as it's a 4-on-1 situation. Audacity, the last guy left. And they've got enough frags and smokes to really trouble Audacity. No point. I don't think he's going to stand too much of a chance here, as Six is just trying to push that area. And Money takes out Audacity finally in the end. So, Clutch coming back and stealing themselves very, very well. 9-7 is the score at this point in time. And I think the fact that Sixer got that frag very early on when Troy Boy pushed out aggressively through to the crouch western area was one of the main reasons why they were able to just breach that western side area very, very well, and very quickly as well. So how are LG going to come back from this? This is going to be interesting to see how they play. They haven't played any differently to the first few rounds, I think, in my opinion. I think looks like LG are going to try and be a bit more defensive now. As you can see, Troy Boy all the way back behind Bistro, as Money nearly gets taken out by Divixian in the tunnel, And through this very, very small gap, they've obviously sussed out this map very well. And Divixion unable to connect with that frag. It's crazy. Looks like he's going to try and... Oh, no, he's not. He's just going to try and hold that area. His flashes are coming out. Divixion not really pushing that, though. As Sixer, again, is on this western side. Very, very hard place to play. I don't personally like that area at all. I can understand how difficult it is to play that. As Crazy just trying to get a span through this window. And Ryshek throwing this nade out. This could hit someone. Doesn't at all touch anyone. And it's back to square one. 1 minute 30 and 20 left on the clock. As Divixion trying to get a wallbang on Money. Gets taken out by Invis. Flag gets picked up. And Money on 10%. Crazy getting taken out by Audacity. That's got to hurt them. And Money's also been flashed. Money's just rotated around, come back from that flash really, really well. But he faces a problem in Audacity, who takes out Money after rotating around really, really well. Ryshek takes out Necros in a beautiful pick. 3-on-3 situation. As Audacity takes out Sixer. It was pretty exposed. And you can see Audacity actually on this side, on the other side of the map. 3-on-1 situation. Oh, and beautifully done by Invis. What a great pick. And unfortunately, gets taken out by Wolf. So, 24 seconds left on the clock, 2v1. Probably wasn't going to make it anyways, but regardless, that was a great pick there by Invis. Close range. And LG win one back here. So you can see now, Clutch have decided to bring 4 guys with smokes. And Crazy is the only one with flashes. He's generally in the bank. He will need those for the areas of the bank area. As you can see, Divixion picking up a nade. And he could frag here. And he gets flashed in response to that. And manages to get that nade out really, really well. Well, I thought he had a nade in his hand. But managed to, I don't know, put that back into his pocket. So, smokes coming out. I think Divixion's just going to push straight through this, eh? He'll be able to hear someone and able to get away with that nade having too much of effect. In fact, any effect on Divixion. Oops, as I try to find where the action is. Finally, I find it in Crazy. He's just trying to wallbang that area. Money and Crazy stuck on this eastern side, with Divixion holding it really, really well. Crazy's going to try and get this frag out. Jumps through the window. Divixion not hurt by that nade. As Troy Boy takes out Invis. And he gets flashed. He finds himself in a pretty hard position. Gets taken out by Money. Really, really well done. Who was on the other side of this bank area, managed to help his teammate in Crazy. And I think that would have definitely been part of their team chemistry there. Just really, really well done. As Money tries to get the pick. Sixers pushed out into the western area. And Crazy is now almost on the flag area. Unfortunately pushed out too far, and as a result gets taken out by Audacity. Money's there to trade those kills. 3-on-3 situation. As Ryshek's holding this central area, and Sixer is in, and Money gets taken out. So 3-on-2, and Clutch Sixer taking out Wolf. 2-on-2 situation as that nade goes through the bistro. Ryshek pinned down really, really badly, and this is going to be bad for him. 22 seconds left on the clock. Neither of these guys have the flag. They're going to have to push in and take the kills, and that's not really likely to happen, given that Ryshek and Sixer are both on almost 0 health. 6 seconds left. And Necros taking out both Ryshek and Sixer with the flag at the spawn, at the original position. So, not sure who was meant to take the flag there. Maybe they just completely forgot about it, or maybe it was a a deliberate move, but I think the fact that they came into Bistro without the flag is, I think, more of an undeliberate, unintentional act. So, the late inclusion, Ryshek for Min, who played, but I don't think Min was able to get back in, as Ryshek is just watching this area. I'd be interested to see how much of an impact Min would have had on... Oh, as Troy Boy takes out Sixer in a very early nade, and that's going to be a problem for Clutch. 4 on 5 on Assault is going to be hard for them, as Money pre-fires. Divixion unable to connect though, as nades coming out, and Crazy being hit by that. That's not too good for him. Invis tasked with the crouched wall, and Ryshek has, I think, just come back to life. I'm not entirely sure where he was, but now in the game. Again, very slow, and LG very defensive, given that they are almost 1 win or 2 wins around away from winning on a defensive sided map. Money just trying to provide some sort of action and almost narrowly avoids being fragged. Crazy on the other side, as Ryshek gets to pick on Wolf. 4 on 4 situation as Ryshek gets taken out, and Crazy also gets taken out. 2 on 4. And now it's a 1 on 4 situation. One of the last guy left. And this is at least going to go to an overtime here, as I think LG are going to try and take the win with the next round. Troy Boy's rotated around, as you can see. Not too aggressive yet. Oh, Money with a great pick. 2 on 1 situation. Can he clutch this? That is the $1 million question right now. Trying to get a spam on that spawn window. And it'll be interesting to see where Audacity's actually set up. He's actually in here, which is a great line. You can see right across the map almost, as Money is going to try and push in with a frag. Be very surprised if this is anyone. And gets it through. Well done. But Audacity is still just watching that area, and you can hear Money coming around. You can see him scoping up now, and Money's in a terrible position. It's all over for this round at least, as Money gets taken out. Unfortunately for him, weight of numbers just prevailing in that situation. So LG have brought it back. So they are 1 win away from another good win against a very first-class side in Clutch Gaming. Clutch Gaming, I don't know what they're going to do. I think they might try something. They might try something really, really aggressive here, or they might just not want to risk this. But it's too close to call. I think LG are going to win this one. As Troy Boy alluded to, they just got those mid to long range picks really, really well. They've got Divixion and Necrus, both of those guys doing really, really well long range and mid range. As Money takes out Divixion in the first pick of the round, the Clutch guys still have 4 smokes of the 5 players, and now they're starting to be a bit more aggressive, pick up the pace. As you can see, Necrus just crossing the path of line of sight for Crazy. Ryshek just holding this area, and hopefully Clutch don't forget the flag this time. See Money getting taken out, and Crazy's in a terrible position. And takes out Audacity, really well done. 4 on 3 situation, as the rest of the Clutch guys should be pushing up. That's exactly what they're doing right now. And Ryshek holding this central area. Crazy on his own, probably will need some help from his teammates, and because he's so stranded, got taken out by Wolf. 3 on 3 situation. The trades are coming in thick and fast, as Sixer is just trying to get this line into spawn. Might be able to do some damage here with a nade. Puts it right through the window. And he's just cooked it too early. Invis is going to have his hands full with Troy Boy. You can see Invis has a great line of sight to Troy Boy, as Troy Boy realized that he was in a terrible situation and tried to get out of there ASAP. He's now rotated back through the Bistro alley, as Ryshek a little bit inaccurate, and could take out Wolf here, and does. That's a crucial kill, as Invis needs to take out Troy Boy. Sixer and Invis both in the Bistro area. Sixer just leaving Troy Boy in the Viz for now, and this going to an overtime. What a great match it's been as the Clutch guys come back for another overtime. This is absolutely crazy. And for those of you who don't know the rules, it's a best of 6 situation on the same map. Three rounds on assault, 3 rounds on defense for both sides. As the voters come out, as they look to be restarting the match. Well, how did this happen? Two overtimes in a row. Wow, what a great match it's been. And the fact that LG were very, very defensive. Clutch were very, very defensive on their defensive rounds, and I think that allowed LG to sort of figure out where they were most weakest at, especially that eastern or western side, I should say, on defense can be quite vulnerable if the smokes are placed right. So both teams resuming their place on the battlefield. LG started on assault in the normal time, so they'll start on assault on overtime, and be interesting to see how these guys form up again. I don't know what these guys are going to do differently, to be honest. It's been pretty stock standard. LG just waiting for those picks mid to long range, especially on assault, and Clutch being very, very defensive on defense. On the other side, when both teams swapped, Clutch not too bad, just their usual self, I think. In fact, probably a little bit more aggressive than I would expect, but regardless, they were still held back by the LG side. So it's back to square one during overtime, and we're about to start this first round live on the assault. So Nays are coming out, and the Nexus will be trying to pick some of these guys out. Sixer, again, they're very defensive, Clutch are, and it'll be interesting to see where Ryshek is actually. Just on this area here, trying to get some picks. I think that's where he's pretty good at, actually. Very, very accurate shooter. And as I just missed that kill, or that firefight there, as Diviction's rotating around. 1 minute 50 left on the clock, and LG are aggressive, but wow. Crazy taking out Wolf in a very good pick for the first round of the overtime. 4-on-5 situation, and Necros looks like, I thought he was going to try and peek that tunnel, but he hasn't. You can see Clutch very, very defensive, almost right back at their spawn. There's almost got 2 guys in Bistro, which is interesting. Clutch Invis taking a kill out on Audacity, as it's a 5-on-3 situation. And Crazy taking out Divixion, 2-on-5, and Clutch have been more defensive than they were in normal time, which to me is surprising. I don't think you could even be that defensive. But more nades and smokes coming out for Troy Boy, as he's going to have to do this alone. The flag hasn't even been picked up, but he takes out Ryshek, as Necros is almost stranded here. Troy Boy's pushing through, manages to get through Bistro, but Sixer should be on his tail. Sixer decided not to push out. 4-on-2 situation, as Troy Boy and Necros have closed the gap between each other, but regardless, have not done too much. Last guy left is Troy Boy, and the first round going to Clutch in a very, very defensive-sided, very, very defensive positioning from Clutch. They're not even coming out of the Bistro area into the western side. They're just holding their areas, and even they've got like 1 or 2 guys in spawn who are just not even, normally you'd traditionally see them next to the green or white Humvee. But they're actually not doing that. They're actually hiding back right back in their spawn, not allowing any of those nades to really affect them. And you can see Money might try and get a bit of a frag off straight up, and doesn't connect with anyone. As Audacity, you can see, pushing through his favourite spot. Vixen getting picked slightly to 30 to 70% by what I can only assume is Ryshek. Flag gets picked up, and the flag is also going west, which is surprising for me, given how open it can be. Again, Clutch very, very defensive. It's going to be very, very hard for LG to try and breach that, in my opinion. It's going to have to come down to a lot of movement from both sides. As you can see, Troy Boy trying to get another frag out, and he'll probably get taken out by this nade, or unlucky, as he's pushed up into... Oh, and Six are taking out Troy Boy, and he could also take out Necros here, as Necros and Divixion are lining up to try and push through this bistro alley. Just waiting here. 1 minute to go. 5-on-4 situation. And Crazy almost getting picked. Oh, I can't believe Necros missed that. I'm not saying it was an easy shot, but more that he had a clear line of sight. I'm surprised he didn't at least tag Crazy. And Vixen's coming out. This nade could hurt Sixer. Doesn't. And, oh no, Sixer's reloaded at the wrong time. Divixion getting taken out by Sixer. And now it's a 5-on-2 situation. Wolf and Audacity, the last two guys left, and they've both east. This nade is going to come out, and it's going to give away their position pretty quickly, I think. As Wolf is one of the last guys left with Audacity behind him. 30 seconds left on the clock. They don't even have the flag, so all the Clutch needs to do, they can't lose this from here. Hopefully they can't, at least. As Money doesn't really tag Wolf at all. 2-on-5, and finally Money gets the pick off. And this round again goes to Clutch, as Ryshek takes out Audacity. So, it's 2-0 to Clutch. Wow, this is interesting. As Crazy, you can see, being very, very effective with those picks. And Sixer holding himself well in the western area in Bistro. And I think his team needed him to do that, because that area, once it's breached, it's very, very... Once that place is infiltrated, it's very hard to win that back, in my opinion. As the Vixion's going to try and get this first initial pick again. Necros watching this diagonal. He hasn't really picked this diagonal, which is surprising, actually, given how good he is. It's probably the occasion of the match, which means that he won't be able to rush. Six is going to be caught off guard here. Six are taking out Troy Boy, and actually, Six are doing well. And, oh, Necros taking out Crazy. 3-on-4 situation, as Sixer did not get him hurt by that nade. Trying to bait out, I think, and cause some reaction from Clutch. Six has just held his own in this Bistro area so well, and that's, I think, one of the key reasons why Clutch have done so well this round. It's very, very easy to get smokes out and to push west if you're on the attacking team, but then you need to breach that Bistro area, and Six has just held that area time after time, at least in the overtime for me. And they're just winding down the clock here, LG, and it's 4-on-3 situation. They're just trying to make something happen. They're trying to get Clutch to react to something and try and hopefully be in the right position for a pick. But at this point in time, not much is happening from either side. As the flag gets picked up by Wolf. And looks like the flag is going central to start off with. Necros is pushed out. Invis taking out Audacity. And Six are taking out Wolf. So the last guy left is Necros. 4-on-1 situation. He could clutch this, but I don't think it's going to happen, as he's stranded all the way out here and in a terrible position. So that first round, that first half of overtime going straight to Clutch, as they've picked up their game superbly. All of their guys with multiple frags and only one death. As I think what's going to happen here is they're going to switch sides, and hopefully the rest of the guys are on cue for this. And they've done well. Really, really well done. Uh-oh. As Wolf has joined the wrong team. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to try and restart this match. and go from there. So both teams have just decided to discard for obvious reasons. Audacity is going to try and clutch this. Oh no, he's not. And withdraws. So it's 3-0 to clutch at this point in time. That scoreboard is wrong. And Clutch have just stepped up the game. What are LG going to do to respond? None of their guys, 3 of their guys have not got any kills. And as much as I wanted, well, I wanted my prediction to be right in LG completing the match, it looks like Clutch are going to be strong, or at least in a strong position. It is a defensive sided map. So the fact that they have their 3-0 up is a bit of a surprise. Thought they would have been at least 2-1 up, but definitely not 3-0 up at this stage in the match. So I think both sides are in the similar positions to what they previously were in normal time. Ryshek in this central area, and Crazy watching the bank as Ryshek looks like he's trying to find Ryshek, trying to get a pick on someone, not really connecting. As smokes are coming out. Again, 3 of the guys on the Clutch side have smokes. As Invis gets the first pick of the half, and this is looking interesting for LG. Money's pushed all the way out, and Wolf have taken out Sixer. And a bit of baiting happening, or not baiting, but a bit of fake engagement is happening here, which is good, because now Money knows exactly where Wolf is. But Divixian getting the frag on Ryshek, that's a pretty crucial kill, as Viz is caught on this Western Sniper area. 3-on-4 situation, and Money is a bit exposed here in this bistro area. They're going to try and push this. They don't even have the flag. This is going to be very interesting. Flag's now being taken up. 50 seconds left on the clock. As Invis gets taken out. Money also getting taken out. So the last guy, Crazy, is just going to have to do this alone on a 4-on-1 situation. This could even go to a second overtime, and this is going to be crazy. As Audacity takes out, well, Crazy. So the first round of the second half going to LG. So now it's 3-1 to Clutch. I apologise if I do say the wrong score, as trying to negotiate 2 or 3 things. As Divixian gets that first pick on Ryshek, that's crucial, and Money is going to have to try and trade that off pretty soon, as Divixian's just gone back into his little area. He's getting the pick. As Invis is tasked with this diagonal. I'm not entirely sure whether I would have played him, but he seems to be doing not too badly. It's just 5-1 at this point in time, so not doing too badly. Most of those rounds, again, of course, coming from the defensive side of the map. The Sixer, again, in this really tight line. Money and Crazy on this western side. Crazy gets the pick on Audacity, and so now no one is in spawn, as Necros is rotating around, and Crazy has made his way out. Hopefully Money will be coming to help him very soon, as Necros takes out Crazy in a pretty simple nade. 3-on-3 situation, as lots of nades are coming out. And I think Money almost turning his teammate there in that frag, as Wolf takes out Money. 2-on-3 situation. And Money, Invis with 2% left. This is not looking too good for the Clutch side. As Sixer's actually rotated back. I think he's going to try and get the flag. Jumps out the window in a pretty risky move. But they've got 45 seconds to make something happen here. 2 versus 3, and basically Invis is gone. He needs to be able to try and get a pick, and even then it's 2-on-2 with 2% health left. That's going to be a difficult ask. As Sixer is pushing this central area, and Divixion, as a result of the fact that Invis was only 2%, takes out Invis. 3-on-1, and he has to just make a run for the flag, I think. Sixer purposely not cooking that nade, so hoping that the LG guys would run away from their set structure, but don't know where that nade actually landed. In the end, it's 3-2 to LG, to Clutch, I should say. Well, this, like I said, could go to a second overtime, and that would be nuts. I think LG or Clutch have one round in the bank. They could just try something really, really aggressive, try and catch LG off guard here. The worst that happens is it goes to another overtime, but who wants to go to another overtime? As these two teams have played 2 overtimes so far, and that's not good sort of thing. Well, it's fun for gaming, but in terms of the actual heart rate, probably not doing too well. 5-on-5 in the last round of overtime. 3-2 to Clutch. And you'd be looking towards Ryshek or Money or Invis to really make something happen. Just try and get that early pick, which is more easier said than done. Once they get that pick, they can just start to rotate around. Smokes are coming out, and normally Clutch generally wait to try and get a few picks before they start pushing up. But this might not be the case this round, as Audacity could take out Crazy in a nade, but doesn't do so. And Crazy with the first pick of the round, taking out Audacity in a headshot. No one's at spawn, and Wolf is caught off guard here. Takes out Wolf, and could take out Necros as well. Runs out of bullets. 4-on-3 situation, as I get my words caught in my mouth. And Crazy is looking to try and frag someone here. No one actually has a flag. He does get the frag on Necros. And it's 3-on-2 situation. Can they grab the flag into the spawn area? As it's all over here. As Clutch will win this match with a final extraction to win the match. So in the end, it was Clutch Gaming taking out a very, very tight overtime again. I think it was 14-12 the final score. Thanks for watching it, and I'll catch you next time.